Hello and welcome to i-nastava. This is an English lesson for the third grade of high school. My name is Livija Pribanić and I will be your teacher today. The title of our lesson is Wrap Up, so we will be wrapping up the first topic in the series. You are going to do different tasks, and through these, you will break down qualities of a good team member. You will devise a leaflet and finally explain your ideas. Okay, so now it's time to get ready for some serious work. Please prepare your notebook and a pen or pencil. Here is a pause button that you will see throughout the video lesson. So whenever you see this button, it's time to pause the video lesson and do a task. Don't forget, you can pause the video lesson at any point. Are you ready? Let's get started. Beginning of a school year is great for goal setting. Now this year, your classmates have decided to start two projects. The first one is class newspaper and a class volunteering project. And it's time now to build teams. First, choose the project you would like to join. Would you like to write articles, interview peers and teachers, take photos, make crosswords maybe? Or would you like to get involved in your class community a bit more and help out? The project is about study groups, as there are students in your class struggling with the different subjects. And it would be great to have a team to do a bit of explaining and clarifying. So, step 1, choose the project you would like to join. Next step, choose your work environment, online or face-to-face. Where will you have your meetings? Now, this is important because it surely affects the choice of your team members and the skills they need to have. So choose wisely. By now, you have chosen the project and you have defined your work environment. Here is the next step. Start asking questions. What type of team member or team members would fit your project? Pause the lesson now and note down your questions. What would you ask your team member before reaching the final decision on who fits the profile? Here is the addition to your questions. The link will take you to text with tips and tricks on building a team. Your task is to read the article and compare the article, the ideas presented in the article, to your questions. So pause the lesson now and do the reading. So when you compare your questions to the description of a good team player, are there any differences? What about similarities? Were you on the right track? So go through your list of questions and circle the similarities. Also, add the differences in form of notes. Pause the lesson now, circle the similarities, and add the differences. When you're finished, come back. Okay, team managers, are you ready for your next task? It's time to read again. This time, you will do a comprehension check. So read through the text again. You have the link provided here and the QR code you can scan. And finish these sentences. Read very carefully. You have to pay attention to details. Okay, are you ready? Pause the lesson and do the reading again. We'll check your answers together. So here are completed sentences. Teamwork is an example of soft skills. Sentence 2 has two options. Respect and collaboration facilitate achieving goals, or respecting boundaries and collaboration facilitate achieving goals. The proof for these two options are in paragraphs 1 and 2. Next one, making mistakes and taking up challenges are opportunities to learn, according to paragraphs 3 and 4. And finally, morale and productivity can be increased by positive attitude. If you are not sure about the correctness of these answers, please go through the text again. You are ready now to move on with the lesson. Your next task is a mixture of creativity and knowledge. You are going to make a leaflet. Here are the instructions. On your leaflet, you will call out for team members. Remember, you have chosen the type of the project and you have already described or established your work environment. Now, you need other people to join you. So on your leaflet, describe your project in 1 or 2 sentences. Also, describe your work environment. Be precise. It is very important for team members to know how they are expected to contribute to the project. Describe duties and activities in a form of examples. So try to figure out what a good activity would be for the project to move on and to be successful. And of course, ask for certain skills. So once you decide your duties and activities, defining the skills will be very easy. Here you can also check the reading text and get some extra ideas. Now, leaflet is a special kind of text, and here are some points for you to consider. Your leaflet needs to be visually attractive. Don't make it dull, nobody will look at it. It needs to be informative, so the reader of the leaflet needs to get as many pieces of information as possible so he gets the clear message what you are actually looking for. Also, it needs to be neat and tidy. Pay attention to that. Don't throw a lot of photos or images or too much text. Make it neat and logical for a reader to get all the pieces of information and to catch his attention. And finally, it needs to be correct. So check your grammar and vocabulary, or even better, double check it. Before finalizing your leaflet, please go through the checklist. Does your writing include description of the project, description of the work environment, list of duties and activities, and list of skills? If all are checked, your task is done. Well done. After this creative task, let's do a bit of more oral practice. Now, you need to send your leaflet to your teacher, but here is an addition. You will record a message for your teacher explaining your leaflet. So describe the info on the leaflet and provide an explanation why you have chosen certain skills. So give your opinion on each. Don't forget, there is the reading text, there are your questions, and all the topics that we have covered so far. Your message must be 1 minute long. Again, here is a tool to help you. You can use this rubric to assess your recording. Pay special attention to time, task completion. If you have gone through the checklist for your leaflet, then task completion would be okay. adding your own opinion and explanations. Also, re-listen your recording several times to make sure your voice is loud and clear. Now, as for language, my suggestion is send your recording to your classmate. Have somebody else listen to it. Maybe everything is fine, but maybe there is a mistake somewhere in the recording that you should correct. Okay? So the language is very important. You can also make notes before making your recorded message. Anything that will help you out. Just make it sound natural. Don't read the message. Try to make like a live recording for your teacher. Okay? So use the rubric to help you out. Once you are finished, send the recording to your teacher together with your leaflet. Good luck! You've been very busy today, right? So it's time to wrap it up. Thank you for joining us in the lesson, and until the next time, bye!